Hello everyone. It's been a long time, right? Yeah, it is, But we thank God for the gift of life and then happy to see you again. As you all know, my name is Ade and this is Emidiv Kitchen where cooking is made simple. We have different recipes uh, that you may be interested in and we will not take much of your time. And just to let you know, I have a very important recipe to show you today. It's very simple and also nutritious. I was actually cooking dinner and I was like, it would be a very good idea to show my viewers and the new viewers in this channel what I'm about to make because I feel it's nutritious and then most people will like it. And the recipe, just as I mentioned, is a very simple recipe and does not take much energy and then does not take much time. And then this recipe is something that is good for both adults and children. So if you're an adult, you can take it. In fact, if you have babies, toddlers, they can also take the recipe I'm about to show you. And for my African friends, I know that most of you like Koko. So what I'm trying to make today, or the name of the recipe, is pap. We normally call it pap or soup. So what I'll be using for my pap today is rice. I'm sure most people, especially not I believe not only in Africa, because this soup I'm talking about, or this pap I'm talking about, is very, very popular, even though it's more popular among some people. And one thing with pap is that there are different kind of cereals that is being used for pap, but the cereal I'm using today is going to be rice. So I'll be using rice for my pap or for my cocoa today. And I'm sure my fellow viewers or especially my African friends, they like sour cocoa that is fermented cocoa. And I just want to show you a very quick, easy way to go about it. You don't need to spend long time soaking rice or soaking corn and all that, and then waiting for it to ferment. And after fermenting, then you start thinking of going to the mill to grind and then sieve and all that. You don't need all that anymore. I am going to show you a very simple way to go about it. So sit tight and let us start rocking it. So this is my rice. This, as you can see, is white rice. This is not parboiled rice. And if you want to do it, you can use any kind of rice. But this rice, the one I'm using right now for this recipe, is jasmine rice. And then I'm sure we are very familiar with tuwon shinkafa. You can use the shinkafa we use for making tuwo to make your cocoa, and it will still be very, very nice. In fact, it is more preferred than the normal or the regular parboiled rice we normally consume. So this is my rice. I have 4 cups of the rice here, and all I'm going to do is to wash it thoroughly. After washing it, I will transfer it to my pot and then fill the water to the brim. So come along with me and start rocking the process of making this cocoa. All right here I already have my rice washed now in the pot, and then as you can see, I filled it with water. That is the pot with water. This is not the rice we're eating, so it's okay to put excess water. It needs excess water because we are going to use blender or food processor to blend the rice. That is to blend our cocoa. So right now, what I'm doing right now is, or just as I mentioned, I already filled it to the brim, and then I am going to place this on a low heat. Please don't put it on a high heat. You know, when you're cooking rice and you apply too much heat, it end up not getting done, and it end up getting burnt. So it's good to apply moderate to low, that is low to moderate heat, to make sure that it get done properly. All right, so while this is, let me cover it a little bit. I would suggest not covering it completely, so when it starts boiling, it doesn't overflow and then mess up the whole place. So right now that I already have my rice on the stove, I will continue with my dinner because that is what I'm actually doing. But I find this very important this night because I ran out of supply. So that is the reason why, and that is the more reason why I said, oh, it's a good idea to just seize the opportunity and show people how to make Koko. So sit tight, and just as I mentioned, I will continue with my cooking while my rice for Koko is on the stove. So sit tight and don't go away. All right, so let's go check our rice. I believe by now it's about 15 minutes. So I believe it should be ready now. Yes. Did you see it? This is 4 cups of rice. Because I put excess water, you can see how it's got swollen now, but it's filled with water. So let me just show you. You will see what I'm talking about. Did you see it? It's almost like a paste because it's overdone. So this is going to make it very easy to blend without any issues. So what I'm going to do right now is to transfer it to my platform where I'm going to start my blending, and then we will go from there. All right, let me do this. Let me quickly rinse the blender off. And then all right, so let's get started. Actually, I'm using a small blender. If I were to use a bigger blender like the other one over there, it's going to be maybe just once or twice. But this is a blender I feel like using because this blender is for smoothie. Just to show you that any kind of blender would do the job just perfectly. Okay, and then all I will do is to add little water and cover it up and start blending. So right now I set it to the smoothie setting. As you can see, it's on the setting for smoothie, and that will do the job just so perfectly without any issues. And before you know it, we are done. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what I normally do is to store it in a little plate like this. Yeah, this is the last spoon. Yes, so this is the last batch, and then this was the previous last one, so I will just top it up and then cover it. Okay. All right, so did you see how smooth? Very smooth. Yeah. So 1 second, let me get my spoon. Where did I put my spoon? Okay. Yeah. So I still have some. Okay. All right. All right, so this is my pap. That is my cocoa. You can see how nice it's looking. It's indeed very smooth. You can see how smooth it is. It is very smooth. So if you want, all you just need to do is to you can take it with anything. If you don't like anything sour, I think you're good to go. You can use sugar. Sugar is good. And if you want, you can use honey. I have all that in the house. And then for those that like cocoa, you know, the real taste of cocoa, if you want to hear this is this is not exaggeration. If you want to you know, you just want to get the feel, you want to get that taste of real cocoa with its sour taste, I would recommend using juice. I use apple juice and I also use pineapple juice for it. And once I use those, or once I use either of them, you don't need sugar at all. So what I just do is I just add a little bit for the sake of video. Let me quickly get a little cup for the measurement. But let's see. should be about, you know, 3 ounces. Yeah, around 3 ounces. So I will use this for the measurement. I will only do about just 3/4. It's not even up to 3/4. Yeah, this is apple juice. Oh, sorry, this is white grape juice. Just as I mentioned, you can use any kind of juice, in as much as it's white juice, like apple juice, pineapple juice, um, white grape, and all that. So I am using white grape. I didn't even know that it's grape. I was thinking it's apple juice. So this is what I'll be using, and then just pour it in it, and then mix it. You don't need sugar. There is no need for sugar. And if you try this recipe, I'm sure you'll come back to me. And once I'm done with this, I will tell you how I get to find out about this recipe. Yeah, you can see this is real akamu. This is pap. This is Koko, you know, made with rice. Very simple. I didn't even spend, you can see I suspended my cooking because it's get done very fast, and the blending process is very, very easy. Yeah, and there you go. I think I need to clear all this, please. Yeah, let me move them sideways. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so this is my cocoa. Let me give it a try. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot I'm on the video. Yeah, so that is the rice cocoa we are talking about. It's really nice, I'm telling you. Just give it a try and you will be amazed by the kind of result you're going to get. And you know the funniest part? And did you know the funniest part, or the most, that is the amazing part of it, is that the blender I'm using is a very cheap, when we're talking about the cheapest blender in the market, this is one of the cheapest blender in the market. You know, it's one of the cheapest blender money can buy. And since when I've been using it, I have never had any issues with it. Why am I saying this? The reason I'm saying this is that, you know, some people normally get scared that, you know, using